Hello, everybody. I hope you're doing well. Um, I thought of showing you how to make some really neat looking earrings or pendants or whatever using whatever scrap clay you have. Now, of course, it depends on what colors are your scrap clay, and because this does not involve mud clay, it involves whatever leftovers you have from various things you're making. So I thought that it would be interesting to explore this. You can use whatever textures you want. Just make sure that they are kind of fit with the colors of the scrap clay that you have. And I've chosen two of the cool tools. You don't have to use necessarily these. You can use whatever other ones you like or you have. These are 2x4s from Cool Tools, and excuse me, and they are very fine and very delicate, so I thought they would be a really neat addition to whatever we are doing. So I'm going for the first one. This is waves design texture that is pretty neat, and I'm just going to use whatever cutters I have on hand, and just to give you the idea of how to work this kind of stuff. So I'm not even sure if this was a public or a member tutorial, but I showed at one point how to make a butterfly cane using, again, some scrap blues. And for these ones, I don't really want the black, so I do have some dark blue for the veins in the butterfly wing, but I'm not going to get the it's funny, my best friend always forgets that on Sundays at this time I have a live broadcast, and she always calls me at this time. Anyway, so now I have all these, and what I'm going to do, I'm going to actually trim it, slice it, whatever you want to call it. And what I want to get to enhance it a little bit, I'm going to, hi Deb, I'm going to use a little bit of pearl. If you give me just a second to grab it. What the heck? There we go. So I'm first placing these so I can get a little bit of a sheet out of it. And for the second part, you can use the metallic waxes, but you can also use mica powder, and you can use acrylic, metallic acrylic. Okay, so, well, I don't know if I talked about it last time, but I've been diagnosed with diabetes, and my doctor put me on Ozempic, and Friday morning I gave myself the first shot, and fortunately I did not have any of the gastrointestinal issues that some people have. But it really affected, guess what? My sleep. Right when I was happy that it was finally getting on a normal I was getting closer to a normal schedule. Because the first night after I gave myself the shot, I had whole body restless leg syndrome. I mean, I don't know, it was like I had little jerks, and I couldn't sleep until 6 o'clock. My whole Saturday was messed up because of that. But last night it wasn't that bad, so hopefully this will work and I won't need insulin. Anyway, so I'm at this point and I'm going to go through the pasta machine a few times on a thinner setting. Because what I want all these to be kind of spread out. Now I'm going to get it this way. See? And now I'm going to get it on the thickest setting on the pasta machine. And I like this part. I really do like this. Okay, it was a little bit too thin. All right, now at this point I can go ahead and do my thing. So I'm going to give a spritz of Armor All and then grab this and pray that my hands work well enough to do this. Okay, you can sit there for a little bit. Okay, and there we go. And at this point, of course, I need to get it off. I am going to place it on a baking blank. And what I want to do is, first of all, remove them. Here's a little bit. I'm going to cut two shapes. So this will be for the pendant, and then two smaller ones for earrings. And remember, if you're using Chinese UV resin, you can bake it. It will not discolor, it will not change anything. So I have this. Now at this point, and remember, you don't have to use these. You can use metallic acrylic, or you can use mica powder. If you use mica powder, I would recommend that you use anything. If you're going to resin them, you can use anything. If you're not going to resin them or varnish them, then I recommend you use Perfect Pearl, because that one sticks to the clay. Okay, so what I'm using here is the Art Alchemy. And I do recommend that you get yourself a set of these. They are not, you can do, I got my set throughout 1 year, you know. I mean, I bought like 2 a month until I got all the colors. And this one is Blue Lagoon. And I'm going to just You can of course use another color if you so wish. There's another blue called denim, or you can use gold or silver or whatever your heart desires. I decided to go with this, and I'm not going to resin it, but I will show you, because these I'm going to keep for my friend, and I will make a second one with mica powder and resin. I know that right now you cannot see much, but once it is baked and you place a second layer of wax and then you buff it, it's going to look pretty. So, and I'll show you in close-up both of them. So let me grab this one more time through the pasta machine, and this time what I'm going to do, I'm going to slightly chop it so I can get again the pretty design. Toss and just look at which of them would be more wavy. Okay, so I'm going to make it on the smallish side. Yeah, I should have done that. Oh, brain. Alrighty. There we go. So if you're going at the beach this summer, or if you're going on a cruise or something, you can use this type of design. Give me just a second. There we go. Okay. So this is sky blue. And remember, this one will look pretty much the same, but without the resin on it. It's a very delicate pattern, making for delicate piece of jewelry. And then this one, sorry, wrong. And I'm going to give it a little bit of resin. And remember, we have two shinies here. We have, for one, the little pearl in there. And I do recommend that you use a pearl for any of these. I mean, you saw it's just a little bit that you need to add for any of these things. And as textures, you can use whatever you want. You can use, if you have embossing folders, regular textures, but I do recommend that you use deeper textures, not stuff like makings, because they are not very deep. Okay. For the second one, I chose something that's got butterflies and vines. Hi, Sharon. And for this kind of stuff, I'm going to use, if you remember, we had where are you? I did at one point Flaming Star Cane. Also, I think this was on public, but what I'm interested in is in the colors red and yellow, which here I have some alizarin crimson, actually. And the same as with the other one, I'm going to cut some slices from this. And another thing, the mica clay that you're using, it has to be a different color than the whatever you use, if you use wax or if you use acrylic, metallic acrylic, or mica powder. It doesn't really matter, but you have to make sure that it is a different color. Like I use the blue for the raised parts, but I use the pearl for okay. Now I'm going to go with these through the pasta machine a few times, first on a thinner setting. So this would be my first one. And then it looks like I don't really need to do two passes. I'm going to go directly with a thicker setting. I can go one more time. And there we go. This is the stuff that I need. So once again, a little bit of Armor All. And then pray that my hands work. And there we go. So once again, placing this here. I know this one I did not use a mica shift because the colors are very strong and I want the colors, but generally speaking you should use a mica powder. Mica clay, sorry. Okay, so for this I'm going to use another color that is called mint green, if I'm not mistaken. Mint sparkle, sorry. And make sure that it's fully dry. And this will just come out, and I'll do the same as I did for the other. I'll do a mica powder one. The mint sparkle is like a green gold, so yeah, I do like it very, very much personally. Now, of course, once it's baked and you do a second pass with the wax and then you buff it, it will look so much better. But it looks a little bit like brocade. And once again, I will show it to you when it's completely done. I will change the focus as I usually do, so you can see it close up. Grab first my mica powder, because I don't know why I didn't grab it when I went to get the blue one. And what I want to do, because it's the same type of effect, I'm going to get the blue, the duo green gold, green yellow. This is a Perlex green yellow. And the same as I did with the other one, I'm going to give it a, so this is just to show you how it looks differently. These ones, as I said, I'm not going to varnish or resin. I'm going to bake them as is, then put a second coat of wax, let it properly cure for like half an hour, and then buff it. So here we go for the resin type one. So this is too small, you want something wider, so I'm going to go one more time. And I want something even wider than this. This would work. Now the thing is that you can make these also with bits and pieces of regular clay. Just put them together, but if you have scrap clay like I do, like this, it's a wonderful way to use it. Here we go. course, you can use, you don't have to use the exact colors that I'm using. If you only have metallics, that is fine, you know, like copper and gold and silver. That is absolutely fine, but you can try and use various combinations, and it's a very nice way of using all kinds of scraps. And they also almost look like miniature landscapes or seascapes, or however you want to call them. But as I said, they look very refined and classy. The thinner your texture, the more refined it will look, and people won't be even able to tell what is this made of. And I do recommend that you do not do a backing on this. You can just slightly touch it with a wax or an acrylic to give it a little bit the same color as you put on the front, obviously. Okay, so while that one is curing, let's take a look at this one. Work a little bit on the focus and get my okay. As I said, this one you cannot see properly but on this one you can see. And as I said, my lights for taping, for video stuff, do not really show the full extent of the prettiness that you normally see in daylight, but you can still see the whole thing. So this will be actually shinier than what these raised parts are. Looks pretty. And let's get with the second one. A few more seconds. So yeah, hopefully but one thing is for sure, I haven't been as sleepy. So I guess the diabetes was also causing some of my sleepiness and tiredness. So I know this is only the second day, the third day, so Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So we'll see how this works, especially after I'm getting the neck shots. Okay, so this is the second one. As I said, these ones you won't be able to see very well, but you can see the resined one. And because I chose stuff that's semi-transparent, you can see both the underlining. I personally prefer these to this, but if you do not have the waxes or metallic acrylics and you just have mica powders, then go like this. And if you prefer you can do these with perfect pearls, don't get me wrong, you can do this with perfect pearls. If you use metallic acrylic, it will bond to the clay, so you won't have the need to varnish it. But you can see on both of them how pretty and delicate they are. And once again, you have the Cool Tools smallish, the 2x4s in my Amazon influencer store. You can choose. Let me get on to, first of all, let me get back to this because it's not properly done. Get here, and then let me give you the example of what you can see in the Amazon influencer store. Okay, let's grab the display. So this is my link, and remember, whatever you purchase through my link, I get a small commission. It doesn't change your price. And let's see, textures. I didn't get past them, did I? Resins, textures and sheets. And the 4x2s, you can buy these directly on the Cool Tools website. I will not get any kind of commission from these. Of course, they raised their prices. These used to be about $7, but oh well, and they don't have always. What you need to be aware of is that you need to get these that are outies. So the design has to be inside. So for example, you will not buy these baby's breath because this one will leave dents, imprints like a stamp. But this one, the deco circles, you want, because this is an outie. You don't want the Celtic squares. And usually it would say, for example, this one, the circus stop reverse is not good. Same for this, same for this. But you can see that they have, see, like the swirly gig. This is what you want. You do not want the embossed, because this is, one is an innie and one is an outie. This is the innie, this is the outie. And they have the same, like here, plume. You want this, but you do not want the embossed. And there's also the big ones that are now even more expensive than they used to be. What I do recommend also is Helen Braille, even some of the scalpy ones. Grain Creative is good. Making's not so much, but the embossing folders, they are deep enough, and some of them, they are fine enough to use for this specific technique. So Helen Braille, Lisa Pavelka, I kind of had to remove a lot of them, but this Lisa Pavelka, as you can see, it really raised in price. But this one is one of my favorite. I think it's called Illusionary. Yeah, Illusionary. You can do a lot with this. Not with the bottom left, but pretty much all the other ones. Not the bottom left, not this dart thing. But generally speaking, Helen Braille and Lisa Pavelka are excellent to do this kind of stuff. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed this, and you will try yourself, because you will adore the effects that you can get on this. Okay, have fun, stay away from the heat, be safe. I know that we are going to get, like, I don't know, 10 days of over 100. here in Oklahoma, so I hope you're not in an area that has a lot of heat stuff. Replay clue. I'm sorry. But yeah, it will take a few minutes after I'm finished before the whole thing is uploaded by YouTube. And once again, I hope you enjoyed it and have a wonderful, wonderful week to come. Thank you. Bye.